Oh my goodness. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you couldn't tell by the title, today I will be doing a manga collection because yes, I love manga and I love anime. I can't believe I went my whole high school life without it. I wasn't even introduced to manga and anime until my 4th year of university because of my boyfriend. I was interested in anime, but if you've stuck with me like this long since 2016, first of all, props to you. Second of all, I already had a lot of interest, so I thought, I'll get into anime and manga when someone decides to show me that, because right now I am already doing too many things. So thankfully, I have been shown the good stuff. But I thought it would be fun. The last collection video I did, I think was for my vinyl record collection, which by the way, I got a new setup. If you guys are interested, I posted a YouTube shorts of my before and after as well. Comment down below if you want to see an updated vinyl record collection of mine, because I think the last time I posted one was in 2022, possibly? It's grown a lot. I've spent a little bit too much on records, but that is not today's video. Today, I just wanted to go over all the mangas I have. A lot of it, I copied volumes for the manga. Part of it was either I watched the anime adaptation of it and then I wanted to read the manga, and I was like, I already love the anime, so I want to get the physical manga because I am a physical book reader. I do not like things like Kindle or Kobo. I have to have it physical format because I love it. Or I might have read it online, which kind of like backtracks my last statement, but I have read manga online just because it's so much quicker to access. Because what if I don't like it? And if I did really like the manga, then I bought the actual paper format of it, because otherwise that'd be a complete and total waste. I did that with my comic books already. I have a comic book collection video back from 2020, which yes, I will eventually do an updated one. I just kind of feel like a fraud to post an updated comic book collection video if I have not read a good quarter of the comics I've bought since then. So I wanted to do some light reading and then post the updated video. Again, another segue, but going back to today's video, I want to just show you all the manga I have. So let's get into it. I don't even know where to start, so I figured I'm gonna try my best to kind of have it be grouped up. Some mangas, obviously I'm not gonna do it in chronological order of like when I bought each copy, but the very first time, this was in 2020, the first anime that I really got into was Death Note, and I don't know if it's all over Canada, but at least in Ontario, we have this discounted bookstore, BMV. I was there one day and I saw that, thank you to whoever like sold it to BMV, but like I saw that there was almost all of the Death Note copies. So I decided that I would buy all of them, and I think I've only actually read the first 2. I did watch the whole show, and funny enough, if you can't tell, I only have up to volume 7 because, spoiler alert, if you have not seen Death Note, I'll put a timestamp as to when to skip ahead, but after Elle died, I fucking hated Mellow and Near. they were so annoying, so I was not gonna waste my money on buying the manga volumes where Ella's just gone. So, welcome back for whoever skipped ahead. So they didn't get the spoiler, but these are my Death Note copies. This is the first one. This is the second one. I really love them so much. Death Note, if you haven't seen the anime, definitely I would recommend watching the anime first, and then if you are a big fan, read the book just because it's so good. It's just this, I can't even like say too much. It's just Light and Elle's relationship is just so interesting. As well, Mise Mane, if you can tell, I am wearing my Mise Mane shirt, which is not the only one I have for today's video, but all of the characters are just so good. The plot twists are amazing, and listen, if I'm about to get called out, fine, whatever, but I'm the type of person that will watch the dub of the anime most of the time. Obviously, there are some animes where the English dub is so atrocious, like it's just so bad. They just got some random actors off of the street that just can't voice act, and I'm like, yeah, no, I am watching the Japanese dub of it. But most of the time I actually like to do the English dub because my attention span is a little bit bad, so I feel like if I look away for 1 second and it's the Japanese dub, I'm just gonna have to rewind back. Not to say that I haven't watched like anime shows and films in the Japanese dub, it's just, I would say a big chunk of it, I'm like, the English voice actors do a great job. However, there are some where I think the Japanese voice actor did a phenomenal job. I'm like, no, they literally embodied the character. I don't care about the English version, or not to say that I don't care about the English version, but I already picture, like, I already affiliate that voice actor's voice with the character. So if I'm going to listen to the English dub, I'm like, that does not sound like how they should sound. For example, I love watching Spy Family in the Japanese dub rather than the English dub. Not to say that the English dub is bad. Chainsaw Man, the English dub is really good. I actually met the voice actress for Power, the English voice actress, and she was excellent as Power. But still, I still really enjoy watching the Japanese version more. Again, whatever floats your boat. Not to say that one person does better than the other. I feel like both renditions can be really fun. The one though where I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna watch the English one is My Hero Academia. I'm like, I've tried to listen to the English stuff before and my brain is just like, you're not the characters, you're just some random person. Like, you're not Deku, you're not All Might. I'm sorry, I can't, so. Anyways, this is an anime review video. This is a manga collection video. So I don't only just have the original Death Note mangas, but I also have the Death Note short stories. It is really good. Like, this is good quality stuff. I love it. It is set, I think like the main story in it was set a few years after, spoiler alert, Light died, and it was so good. I really liked it, and they had like a few more shorter stories throughout it, but This was such a good read. I highly recommend it if you've watched the anime and read the manga. There is also, I don't recall the name, so I'll have to put a photo of the manga, but it's basically like the case that Elle worked on prior to the Akira case, and it was like, I've never read it, but when they talked about that previous case, it was very interesting. So I do need to eventually buy it when I have more room on my shelves, because I would totally love to add it to my collection. So I'm gonna go on to the next one, which is actually the first anime that I finished all on my own during the pandemic. I fucking love it. This manga and anime is so underrated, so whenever I get a chance to talk about it, I get really passionate, if you couldn't tell. So the next one in my collection is Soul Eater. It is so good. It's such an amazing story. I know that the manga has a different ending than the anime, and again, listen, I gotta hold myself accountable because I still have not finished these bad boys. I want to. It's just life gets very busy, but I loved the anime so much that I knew I needed to have them. My boyfriend actually got me the first volume. I think it might be called the Perfect, yeah, it's called the Perfect Edition. He got it for me on our very first anniversary, and I was like, I am in love. I didn't know that they had like a perfect edition to this, which, by the way, this is kind of on theme with some of the other mangas I have in my collection later on in the video, but there's just Soul and Moka. Black Star, Tsubasa, Spirit, like, everyone's so freaking wacky, but like in the best way possible. And I was binging this anime. So Death Note was the first one I watched. Soul Eater was the second one I got introduced to, but I was just going through Soul Eater, like, I can't remember that tiny little white knight character who keeps saying fool over and over again. So funny. Like, the show is such a joke, but it's also like the themes in it are incredible. Death the Kid, like Liz and Patty. Oh my god, I hate Medusa so much, but it's a great anime, so I highly recommend watching it and then getting the manga right after. I also have it's not the perfect edition, but I had this regular copy that it might be blasphemy, but I thought maybe I could just color it in because I do love to draw. I'm like, I love this. I love the manga so much and the anime so much. So I'm like, maybe this would be a nice little stress reliever. Just color in your favorite manga characters. Oh, and Stein was a fucking badass. I love him. If you guys can't tell already, my cat is named Lelouch after Code Geass. So I'm a big anime, Marvel, DC, Star Wars fan, and it's really sad because that's where all of my money goes, if you couldn't tell. Okay, next is, technically, I'm including this in my collection because I did pay for it, but it was a gift to my boyfriend. I remember when we first started going out, he told me he was a really big fan of Akira. I think back in 2020 or 2021, Cineplex decided to have Akira run in 4K, so I actually surprised him. I took him to the movie theater. I told him not to look at the poster going into the theater, and he was completely surprised until the movie came on. And I decided for his birthday it would be really nice to get him the first copy of Akira. So this is the first volume. It is huge. He has yet to read this, so I know when he's watching this video he's gonna be like, damn, I can't believe she called me out like that. I will do that. I am petty. But I also haven't read this yet, so I'm gonna call myself out. But Akira was a very interesting movie, to say the least. It did inspire generations of animation and anime to recreate as a homage the I don't know if I think it was Akira. It was so long since I last watched it, so I apologize, but the scene where he's sliding on his why can't my brain forgot the word motorcycle for a moment. But yeah, the scene where he's sliding on his motorcycle, if you searched on YouTube or TikTok or some social media platform, you'll see so many different animes and cartoons just recreating that shot, which is, I love it. I love people taking inspiration, people being like, I respect the like past animations that helped pave the road. Like, anime and animation and cartoons are so much bigger than what a lot of people think and what Hollywood thinks, because I feel like it's always getting brushed to the side. Do I think that there should be more Oscar categories for animation? Definitely, because I feel like it is criminal to only have 2 categories, just the feature-length animated movie and then the short animated movie. Like, there should be so many different versions, because I definitely thought this before in the past. I was like, oh, voice acting is probably less work than being an actual actor. But no, you need to convey more emotion in your voice because they're not gonna physically be able to see. So in a way, I feel like there are more cons, but also more pros to voice acting than on screen or theater acting, and I feel like we need to give them more credit. But that's a different video again. This is a manga collection video. So going on to my next book in my manga. But moving on to the next book in my collection, it is I had this lovely book, Polo Eclipse, in the camera, but no, this is the deluxe edition of Berserk. It is the first volume in it. It has the brand of sacrifice on it. It even got a little like bookmark string so you can keep track of it. It literally has parental advisory because this is such a freaking dark manga. I'm literally trying to find this. I'm gonna try to see impossible challenge, find a scene where it's not highly inappropriate and people won't get terrified of it, because this is a dark ass manga. Yeah, it is so good. Kentaro Miura, I hope I didn't butcher his name. He was a phenomenal mangaka. Really sad what happened back in, I think, 2020 when he passed away. I got into Berserk, I think, in 2021 or 2022 by my boyfriend showing me the Golden Age movies on Netflix. If you have Netflix, highly recommend watching those movies. They are a little bit dark at times, so if that's not your thing, maybe don't watch it. But I think I read all, like, I think at the time there might have been like 350 chapters, maybe less, in like 3 months. I think I finished it in 3 months on my phone. And I was like, I'm gonna get the first copy of the deluxe edition. There are, I think, 10 or 12 out now, and hey, if I didn't live in a 1-bedroom apartment, I would buy them all. And if I wasn't poor, I would buy them all, and I would buy those amazing, I think it's Dragon Slayer sword bookends. I'll have to have a photo of it. But yeah, I got this bad boy, and then I also bought, because the Elfheim Casca outfit is so beautiful, so I just had to buy it. And I obviously couldn't get the deluxe edition because I don't even think they had it yet for it. But I fucked up. I think I thought it was chapter 41, which is the last chapter Miura published before he passed away. But then I found out that it was actually chapter 40. So I just have these two for fun. They actually have a picture in it, which, ooh, I didn't even know they had it. But you wanna know? You wanna know what happened? Some fucking asshole, I hate them, some motherfucker ripped it out, because these are supposed to be in plastic wrap because of how basically rated R they are. When I bought this, oh, it's upside down. When I bought this, it was not wrapped in plastic. I thought it was odd. Someone ripped it out. Someone ripped the Elfheim Casca out. This beautiful, beautiful outfit, all flowery, all Elfie. So now I'm sad. It took too long for me to realize, so Indigo would not let me exchange it, so fuck you, Indigo. Maybe don't sell people books that are supposed to be wrapped in plastic. I'm partly joking, but also fuck you, Indigo. You could have let me exchanged it. I know you could have. Moving on from that sad story, the next mangas I have in my collection, again, I have almost all of them because I became obsessed and I knew I needed to have them. I am eventually gonna get the rest of them. I do know they made a box set, and I was like, oh, I kind of regret now buying them individually, but you know what? That's how they get money out of you, so I didn't buy the box set. I was good. The consumer in me was like, no, Sandra, that is a horrible idea. So I persevered. I had no idea what this anime was going to be about. It just was, the character's name is a tool, and I was like, oh, is he going to be like a villain or something? But I got almost all of the Chainsaw Man volumes in my manga collection. I love it so much, even though Tatsuki Fujimoto hates his readers. He fucking hates us. He just doesn't want to make us happy, which is okay because I read all of Berserk, so I understand pain. I truly do. But I didn't think I was gonna have to deal with this much pain again. But I had to get all of the copies because it is just, it's so good. His characters are great. The art in it is amazing. And after I finished the anime, I was watching it weekly. This is one of the animes where I was watching it in the original Japanese dub, but I needed to know what was gonna happen, and I slightly regret it because of all of the pain I had to endure reading it. And I did get a few spoilers of characters that died. I won't say it in this video, but yeah, fuck you, TikTok. But also, it's my fault. I was like, you know, I'm gonna look at this spoiler why not? And yeah, so I can't really blame anyone. But what was really awesome is these 3 copies. I actually got them for $6 each at BMV. The rest of them, I got them at Indigo, even though I got beef with you, Indigo, for not letting me exchange that manga. But yeah, I got 9. And obviously the last one I got is one of the saddest chapters in the manga, because why don't you just rip out your readers' hearts and make them so sad? Along with that, I actually have Fujimoto's other book. It's called 17 to 21. I believe these are just stories that he wrote between the age of 17 to 21. This one I actually haven't read. I also got this Chainsaw Man. It's actually a novel. It's not really a manga, but I figured, you know what? I should still add it to my video. It's called Buddy Stories, and it's literally just goofy stories, because nothing happens to any of them, right? They just stay happy, right? Yeah, it's just one of those happy mangas where it's just all lovey-dovey and rainbows and cherry blossoms and just no pain, no blood, no sadness, right? Right? No. Speaking of sadness, a really sad anime that my boyfriend showed me was Madoka Magica, and you'd think, oh, magical girls, it's gonna be so happy. No, fuck you. That was fucking depressing as hell. I gotta insert this photo from Toronto Comic Con when I saw 2 girls dressed up as Madoka, and I think Homura is the name. They were so sweet. I love the girl that dressed up as Madoka. She asked me to hit, I think the character's name is YB, because fuck that little animal. I fucking hate you. You know what you did. This is another gift that I actually got my boyfriend for, I think, his birthday last year, but again, I bought it, we live together, so it's gonna be in my collection video. If you've got a problem with it, watch a different video after you finish this one. But apparently, it's the complete story. Like, I have to double check it because I saw it and I was like, really? A common theme in this video is that I have given Indigo a lot of money, so if anyone wants to recommend me a local Toronto bookstore, please do, because Indigo does not deserve all this money. But this is still so cool. Like, I'm gonna try to find a good scene. Also, I hope it's not that sunny. I feel like it is, but look at that. It's so good. It's such a good anime, and I still have yet to read this, but fuck this little cat looking motherfucker. If he is your favorite character, don't talk to me. Unsubscribe. Get out of here. I don't want that here. On to the final mangas in my collection, and if it got dark, no, it did not. This video didn't take me forever to make. I have yet to read these. I just thought they looked cool because I love them. I'm also terrified of zombies. If the zombie apocalypse ever did happen, I'd be bawling my eyes out. But I saw this Rico the zombie stuff, and I just thought that it looked so cool. Like, I don't know, I love how the cover looked like. Just look at the art. The art in it looked amazing. I am gonna be honest, I have a very long overdue manga wall tutorial video. Long overdue because I've been filming it since 2021 and I've been procrastinating really bad. And this was actually a manga I was interested in. Oh, maybe I'm just gonna like use it for the manga wall, but then I thought, no, this actually looks really cool and interesting, so I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, I don't even have like the correct order. I have number 2 and number 6. This is just what I found in BMV. It's published by, I think, Dark Horse Comics, which is on the back, and they've published a lot of good stuff, so I am gonna trust it. I'm gonna have to read it. Funny enough, I actually have not read most of these, or I read them online, because thinking about it now, I did read all of Berserk and I did read all of Chainsaw Man. Everything else, either I watched it or I just thought it looked cool, which, yeah, I'm like Thanos. Adding everything to my collection. If you can't tell, I got like a figure collection, which I want to do a video about. I got a doll collection, I got vinyl collections, I got comic book collections. Like, it's bad. I don't make a lot of money, but I spend a lot of money. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to the button below, comment down if you are a manga reader. If so, please tell me, what do you read? Give me any recommendations. I do really want to start reading My Hero Academia, because I love the anime, and Jujutsu Kaisen because the anime makes no sense to me, but it looks so pretty. But yeah, give me those recommendations. Tell me, do you read any of the mangas I have in my collection? Are you a fan of any of them? Or are you like, I read it, but it's not my type of thing? And I will see you next time.